You know, curb appeal, that's kind of old school now. Today, a click is the new curb appeal. So let's talk about how the right kind of visual marketing does so much more than just make a home look good. We're talking about making it stand out, building real trust with buyers, and ultimately selling it way faster. It's all about one thing, turning that quick online scroll into real, solid buyer confidence. So have you ever wondered about this? I mean, think about it. You're scrolling through, I don't know, dozens of listings, right? And some of them they just pop off the screen. They have this magnetic pull. But then others, which might be just as nice, maybe even nicer, get completely ignored. It makes you wonder, what's their secret?
Okay, so here's the real challenge, right? Buyers scroll fast. I mean, really fast. And they judge even faster. We're talking snap judgments in like less than a second. If your listing doesn't grab them instantly, poof, they're gone. It's a fight for attention, and honestly, it's one you just can't afford to lose.
And that leads us right into what we're calling the modern buyer's gauntlet. Look, getting your property noticed online, it's not just about posting it anymore. It's a whole different ballgame. It's about surviving this, like chaotic rush for attention where only the absolute best visuals actually make it through.
All right, so how do you win this thing? Your listing can't just be a list of facts and figures. That's just boring. To really cut through all that noise, it needs a voice. It's got to tell a story, something that makes a person stop that endless scroll and actually pay attention.
And this is the whole point. Strong media shows buyers what life feels like in your home. It's not just about showing the dimensions of a room, right? It's about capturing a feeling. It's about answering that one huge unspoken question every buyer has. What would my life actually feel like if I lived here?
You know, there's some serious psychology going on here. When a listing looks really competent and thoughtfully put together, buyers just sense that the home is worth their time. It's like professionalism in your marketing translates directly into trust. They don't just see a nice house, they see a home that's been cared for, from a seller who's credible. And that's what builds the confidence they need to actually move forward.
So let's get into the solution. How do we do this? We're going to break down the 4 keys to connection. Think of these as the 4 essential tools for building that story and creating a real powerful connection with a buyer. All right, key number 1, photos that stop the scroll. And listen, this is totally non-negotiable. Your photos are your first handshake with a buyer. They are the single most important thing to make your home stand out. They've got to be sharp, they've got to be bright, and they absolutely have to be inviting. And hey, this isn't just some theory. Check out this quote from a seller. "My old photos felt flat." Wow, that one word, flat, just says it all, doesn't it? As soon as they got fresh, professional images, everything changed. We're talking showings doubled. That's the power of a killer first impression. Okay, moving on to key number 2, videos that build energy. So if photos are the handshake, then a great video, that's the start of the conversation. It adds movement, it adds emotion, it adds an energy that a still photo just can't touch. It literally brings the home to life right on their screen.
And what do these short videos do? Well, they make a listing feel personal and practical all at once. You can see the sunlight streaming through a window and moving across the floor. You can feel the flow from the kitchen into the living room. It's dynamic, it's emotional, and it helps buyers connect in a way that feels, well, real.
All right, key number 3 is all about clarity. We're talking about floor plans. This is the tool that takes a buyer from just being curious to saying, oh, I can totally picture myself living here. It just gets rid of all the guesswork and gives them that practical, logical clarity they're desperate for.
And this little chart here, it just nails the buyer's mindset. Without a floor plan, it's all, I'm not sure, or, will my furniture even fit? But with a floor plan, suddenly it's, oh, I get it, and my couch goes right there. You see that? Confusion completely turns into confidence. That is a huge leap for a buyer.
And that brings us to our 4th and final key, virtual tours that immerse. This is the big one. It's like you're handing over a virtual key and saying, go on, step inside, take a look around. It lets a buyer explore the home from literally anywhere in the world. It's the ultimate immersive experience. So why are these so powerful? Because they put the buyer in the driver's seat. They can walk through the home at their own speed. This is a game changer for out-of-state buyers, for sure. But it's amazing for everyone. It creates this powerful emotional sense of, I'm already living here. And you know what that leads to? Stronger, much more committed offers. Okay, so we've got our 4 keys. Now, what happens when you put them all together? Well, you get something pretty incredible. Let's look at a quick case study to see how this all works in the real world. So let's talk about the Fairhaven investor. They launched a property with the full media package. We're talking photos, video, a floor plan, and a virtual tour. And what happened? The listing just exploded with activity. It wasn't just another property. It was an experience. Buyers were connecting with the home story before they even set foot inside. And that, right there, is why it's sold in record time. It's proof that this strategy absolutely works.
Okay, this brings us to what I think is the most important idea we're going to talk about today. We really need to change how we think about all this stuff. Real estate media isn't just a nice little feature to have. It is a powerful strategic tool. It's what we call marketing leverage.
So what is marketing leverage? It's pretty simple, actually. It's turning a boring old property listing into an actual experience. And that experience is designed to do two things, and two things only: build a buyer's trust on a logical level and spark a real, genuine emotional connection. So, let's be super clear about this. Media is not decoration. It's not just some pretty pictures you tack onto a listing. It is the story. It is the engine that persuades, engages, and sells your home. It's the whole shebang. And that leaves us with one last question for you to think about. Just take a second. If your home could talk, what story would you really want it to tell a buyer? Because the amazing thing is, with the right media, you can make sure it tells that exact story perfectly.